Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jimmy Trades. Happy Tuesday. Let's head over to the calendar and see what we've got going on today. We will also review the Asia short that I took today and have a look to see if there's any other trades or potential trades during London. I wasn't able to trade London today. And obviously do our daily bias for each asset. All right, over here on the calendar, and today we have Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m. If you have a position open, you will likely want to consider closing it before this news drops. Also, think about the day before CPI potentially being lower probability. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for positions today. Let's jump over to the chart, starting here on NQ. With CPI tomorrow, still a great opportunity to grab those Apex evals at 80% off. And of course, your Tradeify evals for 30 to 35% off. Be sure to check them out and get ready to one shot, one kill those suckers. Because we don't want to hold on to evals for too long. We want to get those things done and dusted. All right, let's turn this one off. All right. All right, so on the daily, looking at NQ, something that we need to always consider when we have such a large expansion. You know, we expanded 4.3% yesterday. Now, there is a facility called a circuit breaker that when price expands more than 7%, that trading is halted. Now, as a prop firm trader, we need to keep this in mind because at 5%, so a 2% buffer, we won't be able to execute. Well, actually, we will be able to execute, but our trades won't be recognized by the prop firm. So we need to keep that in mind when we see these large expansion days, if you're trading on a prop firm account. That at 5%, we are no longer prohibited to trade. All right, let's see where we got up to. Price moved all the way down into this bullish FVG here and respected it. So we've managed to close back inside this bullish FVG. We have now swept previous day low. We've already got quite a large wick to the downside. Continuation candle, if we are wanting to see a reversal here. This wick puts me off that a little bit because it is so large. I'd rather see a smaller wick, but we did sweep previous day low, so that is a positive there. Now, where are we going to move up to? If we are moving up, and we'll drop down to the hourly to check out our narrative and logic in a second, we do have this gap here that can still be closed up. So there's opportunity to move higher. Beyond that, we don't have a lot until we get up to this swing high here. So we're going to have to put in some structure, I think. If we don't move lower, we're going to have to build some structure here to start building our way higher. Get some order blocks in play, etc., to build off of. So I'm not going to choose a bias just yet. I'm going to drop to the hourly and see what the hourly shows us. So off our point of interest was that daily bullish FEG. We do have a 1 hour bullish breaker. with an FPG aligned. This is a good sign for a potential reversal. We did close through the breaker as well. And we have a change in the state of delivery. We have a bullish change in the state of delivery right through here. And we also had a nice retest off of that change in the state of delivery as well. If price is going to continue to move lower, then this is our invalidation point, okay? I'm happy to see price come back down to this level, but we don't want to see it close through. We close through, then we're looking at something like this. We do have low resistance liquidity for price to reach for. Relative equal highs here, if you want to look at it like that as well. Or equal highs in this case. So there's something for price to want to reach for, so we can identify a nice strong liquidity here. And that is the opening gap as well, the new week opening gap up here as well. But we need to find some legs. See if we can make some gains today. Let's have a look. If we run our projections, and I'm going to use the bodies in this case, we see our target region is up here at the -2 to 2.5. So I like that for our target region, as it does align with these relative equal highs, this new week opening gap, and this low resistance liquidity. We have put in high resistance liquidity on our side of price. So we are shaping up for a potential reversal here. Keep an eye on this level here as well. We'll check ES, and I'm pretty sure there is a bullish SMT here. While we're on NQ, now we're going to run with a bullish bias for today, based off our narrative and logic. Let's drop down to the 5 minute. I want to just replay here. I'll have a look at the trade that I took. During Asia today. So here we had an SMT with ES. ES put in a higher high, these two highs, into a 30-minute high time frame point of interest. I then looked at these two bearish candles here as my breaker block. Utilizing SMT, utilizing a higher time frame point of interest, the cleanest chart for me was the 5-minute chart. So this is where I looked to execute. I was looking for price to run lower, at least to this, the bottom of this wick here. This wick stands out for me. Looking at the liquidity here from the buyers that got into this move higher, this is where I was looking to target. I put my stop above the high and I targeted 2R. Now I could have at least traded to this low. In this instance, I didn't. I just stuck to the 2R for this trade. Once we got a closure through, we then had a FVG aligned with the breaker just in here, a tiny one. We did suffer a little bit of drawdown. It was looking a little precarious here, but again, this was building up low resistance liquidity through here as well. And eventually price got to in this move lower quite quickly. And you can see it was quite a rapid move down through the lows here. So that was the Asia trade that I took. A little bit of insight to the model that I'm trading or starting to trade. There'll be more to come on that. Now I do want to have a quick look at a London trade while we're here. There was, in the Discord, there was a little bit of talk about this trade here. Now I only quickly looked at this as a potential trade. I was caught up with other things. So I was really not focused on the chart, but we did have a sweep high time frame point of interest down here. Where were we? Sorry, down here. So we did have a sweep of an hourly point of interest here. It's a swing high. I do prefer FPGs. This was also open. We hadn't closed through, so there was opportunity here. And we had a swing point candle closure. Now, the only thing that I would point out here is that we did get this change in the state of delivery. All right. So we did start to move to bullish order flow at this level. So looking to trade back down, particularly after we've had such large expansion. And after large expansion, we can anticipate consolidation or retracement. So it looks like we're getting that retracement coupled with a change in the state of delivery. All right. That's why this trade really was a lower probability. I know a couple of guys in the Discord took that, so hopefully they see this video and they see what I'm looking at there. So that was a lower probability trade because we had already looked at or seen that price was shifting to bullish order flow. You can also see here that there was a nice long off the Asia low here. And again, this was coupled with that SMT I'll show you on ES in a second. You got a nice tap in there and, you know, you could still be in that play. That would have been a lovely catch that if you caught this this bullish reversal here. An absolutely lovely catch. I didn't see that till it was too late. All right, let's jump or move back out to the daily and head over to ES. So hopefully that was a little bit of insight there. Now ES, you know, moved about 3.5% thereabouts yesterday, but we did close through this bullish FEG. However, we are looking like we might see a reversal here. If NQ can pull ES higher, we have that S&T at the low. That's what I was showing you there. Sorry, we'll look at that on the lower time frame, but we swept the previous day low here. So let's drop to the hourly. And that SMT I was talking about is these two candles here. So we can use that SMT to give us insight to order flow. Another thing too I'll point out is look at the average daily range, guys. Already at 120%. What was NQ? Much the same, 117% of its average daily range. So probability-wise, if you're tying change in the state of delivery with average daily range, the likelihood of price continuing to move lower is less probable. Because again, we have that change in the state of delivery here with displacement, SMT at the low. We have our drawn liquidity, new week opening gap all the way up here. Let's run our standard deviations out. Our target region aligns with that. And what we want to see is we need to see this level hold. This is our important level now. This is our invalidation level. We have low resistance liquidity here. High resistance liquidity on our side of price, low resistance on the other side of price. So nice region, nice area for us to target all these failure swings. Bullish for ES as well. Now, again, that bullish bias will be invalidated if we close back through this level. So we need to keep an eye on that. Jumping over to oil. Let's clear the chart there. Moving out to the daily. So bearish bias yesterday. How did I come up with the bearish bias? Let's have a look at this candle here. So Friday's candle closed back inside the range of the previous day's candle. So we closed back inside the range. You can see that here of Thursday's candle. Granted, we didn't come out of a point of interest, which I would have liked to see. However, we are in bearish order flow. The next thing is price respecting the 50% level of this seller's wick. So we see price respected that. It's at that moment in time we can move and start to see what the owl is doing. We can see here we came up and look at the reaction straight off of that. Straight down. Strong displacement. And we're going to change in the state of delivery right through here. So this is a bearish change in the state of delivery. What we need to see now, as price finds some legs here, how will price react at this level? Let's just duck back to the daily for a second. And again, we've put in, we've swept previous day low already. And we have still left these relative equal lows open. This is going to be the draw at some point. I was sort of looking for it to happen already, but that doesn't seem to be the case, obviously. So we have price now between two PD arrays. We've got a bullish and a bearish change in the state of delivery. We'll run from the high to the low, the change in state of delivery here. And our target region, we are just about to tap into. We have these failure swings up into this bearish FEG. This area will be where price will react, okay? If we're going to see a reaction, it'll be up here. This is in a premium of this dealing range. So from this high to the low, that's the dealing range. And this drawn liquidity is in a premium. that will be where we see a reaction. If we do not see a reaction there, price is just going to continue to motor on. So for now, I am happy to run with a bullish bias, but I will be reviewing and seeing how price reacts at this level. And I'm happy to pivot. I do not lock my bias in for the entire trading session. If I see a change in the order flow or a signature in price that shows me we might be moving to bearish order flow, then I'm happy to pivot. For now, let's see how price reacts at this level. Jumping over to 6E, let's move out to the daily. We'll just focus on the daily here. Look at that. Straight up into our target region. Now, we had a neutral bias yesterday because of this candle closure. We were at our target region, so we've got consolidation. Now it looks like we're going to potentially get that continuation. Again, we need to see how price reacts in this bearish FEG. We swept out the high to the left here as well. Strong opportunity for a reversal here. Let's have a look at the hourly. At the moment, though, we are still in bullish order flow. So this pullback just into a hourly bullish FEG. If we invert this, we'll start to look bearish. If we just bounce out of this, then we'll get a continuation through. So what I want to see now is a close above this level for price to continue to move higher using these opposing candles as support. I am going to stick with actually, you know what? I'm going to go bullish. I know we've swept out the high here, but until we get this inversion or a change in the state of delivery, then we could just very well react out of this level here and push higher. Back out to the daily, over to YM. YM swept out previous day low into a bullish FEG here as well. We've got low resistance liquidity. We still have some gap to fill here. Sure, if we look at the hourly, we're starting to see that change in the state of delivery, just like ES and NQ, right through here. So bullish for YM. You can see here though, how price is reacting in this bullish FEG. This bearish FEG. We are really struggling to get through here. You may even want to see a sweep lower here, get some liquidity and punch through this bearish FEG, because right now it's having a hell of a time. What have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attempts. 8 attempts to push through. We've made no ground. All right, gold, what do you got for us? Here we go. Strong move today. Swept previous day low. We're not at a point of interest. If we are going to move higher, we want to see a close above this level here. Need to see a close above this level. Let's check out the hourly. We do have a change in the state of delivery with displacement. So this is a nice move here. What did we come off of? We came off a swing low, multiple swing lows over here as well. And we've also inversion. We have low resistance liquidity. high resistance liquidity through our side of price, low resistance through the other side of price. And if we run our projections from the high to the low here, we're already at our -2 to 2.5. So a closure above the 2.5, we can anticipate expansion to the -4. Therefore, I'd be looking for this to be our draw. All right, let's see what Dixie has on the daily. Nice reaction out of our point of interest. That's where we wanted to go. We wanted to see this low swept, and we finally got there. Shallow wick to the high side. We could see more movement lower here. Potential expansion candle. What I am drawn to, much like this candle here, is there is no wick to the downside. So let's keep an eye on that. We could even see just some consolidation here before we continue to move lower. All right, moving over to GU. So yesterday swept both sides of the range, closed bearish. We're inside previous day range at the moment. Low hanging fruit is previous day high at the moment. So let's have a look to be bullish for GU and crypto. Let's check it out. Let's clear all that. That was some notes for a buddy of mine. All right, we had displacement lower. Honestly, looking for price. We've swept out the low here. This is our draw liquidity, this bearish FEG. We can look for price to be bullish to that point, and we'll see where we want to go from there. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Please drop a comment. Also, be sure to join us over in Trade Foundry, link in the description. And grab those evals, Apex, 80% off for another, what have we got, 2 days, bit under 2 days. And we've got Tradeify for the rest of the month, 30 to 35% off. All right, guys, take care. Happy trading. Bye for now.